Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to begin by editing some sets. So we have a few things that we want to do. First, you're going to need a USB. I'm just going to use this one. I've reformatted it. There's nothing on it. We're going to actually create a baseline set, use the first one as our baseline, and see what the modifications actually do. Okay, I have created a folder here that I call FR-1x sound editing example. Inside there, the sound editor. So to begin running the program, you simply double click on the Java file, the JAR file. When you do that, it comes up. Now, this is the 1x editor. Now, just to go over a few things with the 1x editor. Okay, you can import sets, but we don't have any yet. There's nothing in our folder. So if we go to import, there's nothing there to import. To create one, you simply create the set. Now, Roland has gone and done a very nice thing. They've set up the concerto accordion already in here. They've given you all the standard orchestral and accordion sounds that come with this model. So this is their concerto. This is their turn-on set, is what this is. And the nice thing is, every time you run this program, these are the default information. So even if you screw up, just start the program and everything is there. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a baseline set. So when I turn this on and play the sounds, we have something to compare it to. So we're going to actually put this in probably set 001, and we're simply going to create the set. You create the set. It's going to say select a name from 000 to 999. So you can have 1,000 different sets that you create. So we're going to say, okay, we will pick a name, and you pick a name, and it is suggesting 001.st3. And that's its default file extension. We're simply going to take it. Here's where it's putting it. And we say save. And it has now saved that file. So you can see it's now sitting in that folder. It has actually been created. So that's our baseline set. No changes. Everything is fine. Creating these sounds is more of an art than technical. Yeah, it's software oriented. You're going to see how this goes, but it's really all about the ear. So I come over, I click edit, and this now comes up. All right, now you should be concentrating on this right here. It says bassoon. Now, I guess we should have maybe talked about what are the reed sets. Oftentimes you will get different reed sets. You'll get something that'll say the accordion is an LMM tuned accordion. That's a low, middle, middle. Okay, they're talking about these right here, 16 reed. That is your low reed. Your 8 is your middle reed. You also have a high reed, which is like the Piccolo reed. Now I'm showing you this because on an acoustic accordion, a lot of times they will have this and on the switches, and that will tell you which reeds they're actually using. Okay, so if you're doing, for example, a full musette, you might have something like that. over here under the type, it's the type of accordion that you want. Now, if you click here, and we'll go to the top and just look at these. You can have a bandonian, different type of folk accordion, a classic accordion, a Cajun accordion. These are all sound models that Roland has designed. So they've listened to accordions and they have set these in. Go all the way down. You're going to see something interesting right here. You saw all of a sudden it said Alpine and then EXP-Alpine. What that's telling you is you cannot select this. You have to have the Alpine expansion kit installed. And we went through doing that in an earlier video where we installed the Alpine. Now, for this demo, I have actually set my Roland back to factory specs. I have wiped out everything, so I no longer have that in there. It's going to give you a little warning here. Okay, now, it'll give you that warning even if you do have them selected. But what will happen is if you select it and you don't have it, you're going to get no sound. Okay, it's just not going to be there. So we're not going to select that. What we can do is change the volume. So we only have one reed in the bassoon. So we're going to, let's kick the volume all the way up. Once you've done that, you have to say save. Operation complete. Now you can go to the next register. So we're just doing the exact same thing. We're just going to turn the volume up. On the two reeds that were there, we're going to save. Operation complete. Next register. Now, I'm actually turning all of these up to their maximum volume. Again, this is an art, okay? I'm using a sledgehammer right now, okay? You know, as opposed to finesse, we're just throwing everything that we can at this. This is something you work with, and it, like I said, it's an art form. It's what do you like? What sounds good to you? And this is, I'm just trying to make it so it's a stark difference here. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever you like. For example, you don't like this Piccolo reed. You know, you can do some really strange things because they actually have partial stops here, like half stops, third stops, I guess. And you could go, you know what? I don't like the standard Piccolo, but since we're doing this, we're going to turn this guy up. But just to show you, okay, we could actually add a little higher bit there. So, you know what? I'm just going to throw it all the way up. So we're actually adding this 5 1/3 stop. So we're actually changing our Piccolo reed here. Okay. So instead of standard Piccolo, it's going to be a little different. We'll see in the demo. And we're going to save that. And if we hit next, we're at the end of the reeds. So we've just changed all of those. All of those. So now, when we close this, these have all been saved. When we close this, we can now create another sound set. We can create another set. It's telling us to name it what we want. Okay, this time we don't want 1. We're going to do 0, 0, 2. 2 is our first test. Okay, 2 is simply going to be with our volume all the way up. We haven't done anything with reverb or chorus or anything else. We've just, in essence, turned the volume up on those. Now, I have my flash drive in, so I'm going to copy both of these. Copy those. Go to my flash drive, which is empty. I formatted it. And paste those in there. There they are. So now I'm going to put this into the accordion. Now notice my accordion is off at this point because you don't want to put this in, you don't want that put in when it's on. Turn the power on. It's going to come up. You can see it firing up over here. And now we're simply going to load those in. To load those in, we're going to have to go into the parameter list and we're going to look for UST. UST is pretty far down. We're getting into the parameter list and then we're going down to UST. Okay, so once we get to the UST, we hit register 1 or 2 to switch. So right now it says we have 1, 2. We have 2 sets on there and there are the file names and we know that. We put those on. Well, we're going to put sound set 1, which is our baseline, and you hit user program, hit the enter button, and it's going to say, where do you want to put it? Well, we decided we were going to put set 1 in U1. So we have that there. See, if you wanted, you could change this to anywhere you wanted. We're going to put it in 1 and then hit enter again, and it says loading, and it's now done. So user set 1 is now there. We're going to go back and put user set 2 in 2. So we hold this, go to the parameters, and this time we're going to load number 2, and we're going to put it in user set 2. It says loading. It's now done. We are done loading this information into the computer. Computer is all happy now, or yeah, computer. The accordion is all happy. We're good. We're going to power down and remove the flash drive. Don't just pull the flash drive out. Power down to remove it. It is safer. You spent a lot of money on this. You don't want to damage it. Okay. So we're going to power down. I'm going to put the accordion on, and we're going to see what happens when we play the accordion. So now I hit the set, hit register 4. That put me into U1, which is our user set 1. So now let's go to user set 2. Okay, so not sure if you can hear that or not, but it's quite a bit louder, at least in person. It's quite a bit louder. And that was a master. What I wanted to do was definitely show you the Piccolo reed. Okay, let's see what it sounds like. Remember, we added that little oddity in there, that 5 1/3 stop. Boy, does that sound terrible. Okay, definitely need to edit that. At least I think it sounds terrible. But again, that was for demonstration purposes only. So you can do all kinds of fun things with, you know, just changing which reeds you have going. You know, personally, I don't like the piccolo reed. My hearing isn't as good, so those high frequencies I can't hear as well. They're not as pleasing to me. This one has gotten a little longer than I really wanted it to, but just so you know, you can do that. Not sure why you would want to do that, but you can. So anyway, if you like this series, hopefully you're having fun with it. I'm having fun just playing and making strange things, but hopefully you're having fun with this, and you can experiment. Now right now all we've done is that. Next one we will play with some other things and see how they happen, see what they sound like. So anyway, again, please like and subscribe and keep playing.